All right, it's Tuesday night. That's right, and it's TMI Sports Talk. Hey, we're about to get into some WWE tonight, y'all. We got to figure out what direction the Bloodline is going, man. And then we also got, it's a lot of, hot sports topics that just dropped. So, hey, once I come back on the other side of this intro, we gonna really get into some stuff. So, y'all, hang on. TMI Sports Talk is coming at you right now.
Sitting out the top of from the 12, gets a block, takes off, and he is gone. Trying to stay upright and trips. Very important people. Oh my God, what the heck?
That's right. It's Tuesday. Wait, what night is it?
It's Thursday, Tate.
It's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
You see how that OLD setting in on my ass?
Yes, sir.
Man, it's Thursday night and it's time to talk that sports talk, man. Wait, I'm in here with my guy B-Jeezy and missed by his absence, none other than Mr. Black, who will be back very soon. But we're gonna say this, man. Look, B-Jeezy, you was talking to me before the show, man. What's going on tonight?
We're gonna do a little NBA. Oh, and fresh hot off the presses. I don't know if you heard.
I got
they
it.
Set up a.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. Bang.
I got it.
Yeah, man.
So B-Jeezy had mentioned before we got started that it's a hot game tonight. But I beg to differ. It's actually two hot games tonight because we ain't gonna sleep on my Heat. Let's go Heat. Let's go Heat.
Okay.
Now, in saying that, I gotta give it to this night game, which is Denver versus the Boston Celtics. Now, B-Jeezy, who you got in that, man?
So my manager is from Boston. He's the big Boston fan. So when they were previewing the game at 3:00 on NBA Countdown, I told him, I said, close your ears. I got Denver by 10.
You got Denver by 10?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, and here's the thing. You're right. Before we was, talking in the green room, Boston has been on a tear. I just don't trust them, man. I just don't trust them.
By 50. By 50.
I get it. But
now,
Golden State is a one-dimensional team, Tate.
I'm going to say this, B-Jeezy. I see your 10.
Okay.
And I raise you 5.
Ooh.
Here's the reason why. Denver get up for top teams. It's the sleeper teams that catch them off guard.
Right.
They have been very dominant against the top teams or the highlighted or the spotlighted teams. Also, can't nobody find a answer for Jokic.
Walking triple-double.
Boston don't have it. Now, if Porzingis was playing, I would give them a shorter window. The gap wouldn't be so big because at least Porzingis can use his length. What's up, Ty? Porzingis can use his length to disrupt the Joker a little bit. But the Joker is so crafty. He's so crafty that he'll adjust to that.
Yep.
But that's the reason why I said I would shorten the gap to like 8 if Porzingis was playing.
Okay.
However, without Porzingis, it ain't happening.
Nope.
It ain't happening. So I'm going to say, you said 10,
yeah.
I said 15.
Wow.
Against hot Boston.
But you know what? I'm not mad at that because they are playing in Denver, and Denver has already beat Boston in Boston this season. Now, that was a closer game, but Boston was at home. Now they going up in the Mile High atmosphere. So I could see 15.
What up, Marinette? Hey, let me tell you something. First of all, Boston only really kicks the hell out of teams that they're longer and taller than.
Yep.
They not longer and taller than Denver. Denver got horses that can guard Tatum one-on-one, that can guard Brown one-on-one, that can guard really all positions that they got. Like if you think about it, I'm trying to think of my man name. He played with LeBron. Damn, what's his
what
name?
team?
The guard, Denver guard. Little black dude.
No, not Murray.
Not Murray.
No,
because I think Murray. Wait a minute, while we talking shit, Murray might be out.
Really?
I thought he twisted his ankle the other night.
Oh, that
So
might.
we might have to you know what? Still, without Murray, they have God, I can't think of that dude name. But anyway, there's a matchup nightmare for Boston throughout their whole roster.
Yep.
Again, Tatum and Brown get off on matchups where they're longer and taller and even more athletic than them. Denver got that covered. So we're going to see, because on the real, while we tripping, who Boston got that's going to hold Gordon?
The only person that I could think, what's this dude name? He played with Atlanta. I can't call his name, Tate. The Spanish, he's a Spanish and black guy. He's on Boston.
Damn, man.
Horford. Maybe.
No, maybe. Big slow. Nah. No.
Okay.
Horford is too slow. Aaron Gordon, the dunk champion, uncrowned.
Yeah, he should have won that one. Yeah. No, so, I'm just saying he might can slow him down a little bit. I ain't say he could stop him.
No, he can't do nothing with him. Man, that dude is Horford is an old man in a young man's body. So I pulled up Boston's roster because I got time tonight, god dog it.
Okay.
All right. Let me tell you something. Jaylen Brown ain't holding Gordon.
Nope.
Jason Tatum not holding Gordon. Al Horford not holding Gordon. Kristaps Porzingis might be out, but he ain't gonna do it.
Nope.
That Luke Cornett ain't gonna do it. Let me see. I'm just gonna find Peyton Pritchard ain't gonna do it. Let me see who else. You might be talking about. I know you ain't talking about that Nemus Quinta dude. Let me see. You said a Mexican and black dude.
That was Horford. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, you talking about Horford? Oh,
yeah.
Boston ain't got nothing for these boys, and I got to look up Denver's roster real quick too, because they got
a big roster.
Let's see Denver roster.
I know Murray.
Now Denver's roster, on the other hand, you got Porzingis, of course. Man, let me tell you something. Jamal Murray, of course, but then you got DeAndre Jordan as a center backup. Reggie Jackson ain't. They got Drew. Boston got Drew, right?
Yeah.
He not doing nothing with Reggie Jackson on the real. I don't care what they say about his defense.
No.
They got Justin Holiday. Oh, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is the one that I was talking about.
Yeah. He's a good utility guy.
Right. Then here's your length. You got Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. You also have I believe that's let me see that Braxton Key, he's long. Peyton Watson, he's a big guard.
Yeah, they got size.
And let's see. They got some other little role players that I won't mention, but they got length. Denver, that's how they won the championship against Miami, is because they had length.
Yep.
So I don't see personally, I'm kind of look, I'm trying to get back to oh shit. Hello? Am I still here?
You here?
All right. I clicked the wrong button. I'm like, oh shoot. Am I gone? What up, Quincy Wells? What's going on with you, my brother? Hey, so that game is gonna be nice tonight. I got 15, you got 10. We're gonna come back next week, see who close.
Okay, bet.
Now I'm taking the, what do they call it? I'm taking the high.
You taking
take
the high?
low.
Yeah, I'm taking the low.
And we're gonna see what happens there. If Boston win, then that's gonna be a huge surprise. But I don't think.
Yeah.
But I do think that we're seeing a possible finals matchup. Possible. Because who in the East gonna stop Boston right now outside of Miami? Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
If Milwaukee is healthy, do you think they could give Boston a run?
If Miami is healthy,
Milwaukee.
The only issue we have, and I'm being God honest, is
Miami.
size. It's size. Kristaps Porzingis give us trouble because of size.
Right.
Other than that, they can't do nothing with us. We done handled Tatum. We done handled Brown before. We done handled them with a strong center. We done eliminated them with all those elements. It's just that Kristaps Porzingis, when you got 7'3", that can move, that can shoot, that can dribble, that can pass, and all that. That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. That's hard to overcome. No, I'm not talking. Yeah, I was talking about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Ty. That dude, man, that dude can shoot. Omos can guard Joker. Ty stupid. No, Omos big slow. Wait, now did you think about it? Because Joker's slow.
He's slow, but he can shoot.
I'm finna go off the cuff.
Okay.
I don't understand how they can't guard Joker and Luka Doncic due to the fact that both of them don't jump.
They can both dribble. They can both shoot.
Okay, I give them that, but who in the hell in the NBA can't do that?
I mean,
let me tell you something. This is just my old man philosophy.
Okay.
Luka, I would just make him pick the ball up. He can't go past you because he moved too damn slow. He can't go past you. Nope. I would make him shoot that bull crap every time.
And guess what?
I'm gonna see how really good you are.
Tate, he's bigger than most people that's guarding him. Maybe not taller, bigger, but size bigger, wider. Yep. So he can maneuver and push off and get whatever shot he wants. You could say it's a bullcrap shot fading away, but it's going in. The man got a stroke.
Now, due to the fact that Joker don't jump and he do this, I would play that. I know the ball gonna go here, so instead of jumping in front of him, I'm gonna jump to the side towards the back and try to swat it, because it's gonna go. The ball gonna go here, right or wrong. Look at Luka, not Luka. Look at Joker's shot, and he don't jump.
He don't.
He's big. Don't get me wrong.
There you go.
Somebody that's Joker height, that's long, like Wemby or somebody. If he do this. You can come on, man. We play with old men all the time on the damn court that you shoot like that.
But you think about his wingspan, Tate. So he doing that. Like, think about it, Anthony Davis, right?
Uh-huh.
It ain't that easy because Anthony Davis is one of the top defensive people in the NBA. Power forward, center. He play a little both. He can't block it.
What list you get that off of? What
Davis is one of the top.
Anthony Davis as one of the top defenders in the NBA. What list did you get that from?
I'm gonna say he in the top 10 for his position.
Really?
Yeah.
Top 10. Well, that's a lot. That's saying a lot to say. I mean, he's one of the top 10 centers in the NBA when the damn center position is small now.
But he's not a true 5. He's probably more of a 4.
Anthony Davis, regarding top centers, and I'm not going to even say he a top defensive center, because
you don't think so?
Listen here, the defensive centers have been driven out the league over the past 3 years, maybe even longer than that. But the real defensive centers, they'll keep Gobert because he's soft. But your Drummonds and your Jordans and all of them, they coming off the bench. They done got a little older now, don't get me wrong. But tell me this. Why the NBA won't pick back up Dwight Howard or DeMarcus Cousins?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because they don't want folk to really play no defense. They won't. Think about this. They're gonna get more money by letting Luka and Joker clown in this scoring and assists and rebounds than they would if they put a Dwight Howard or somebody that's gonna actually play some defense and chop them damn numbers in half. It's not gonna get that much glory. Guess what? That's gonna lose the NBA money. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
All of the real true defensive centers are no longer in the league or riding somebody's bench.
Right. Hey, he up there, man.
Who?
Davis, he up there.
What is he? You just looked it up. Give it to me.
They got him. Hold on. The order they got is they got him third, but they don't got him as a center. Cause like I say, he's not a 5. He's a 4. But they got him third. The order I'm looking at, it says Rudy Gobert.
Okay, pause right there. You don't see a problem when Rudy Gobert is the top defensive center in the league. You don't see a problem.
I mean, the man play defense.
Bro, we going back to Ben Wallace, Shaq, Dikembe, Patrick Ewing, Elijah Wan, all of them, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? When you could just raffle off a number of centers. You know who Rudy Gobert is the equivalent of back then, bro? Brad Daugherty.
Ooh.
Rudy Gobert ass is Brad Daugherty.
Hold on.
And that's your number one damn center in the league. Now, back then, they ran those centers out the league, and now you know basketball is positionless now. That's why you got all these centers shooting threes. First of all, if Embiid was hurt, I don't think that Rudy Gobert would be there. If Embiid wasn't hurt. But you still got to put Rudy at number 2. And I say that's a problem when you got Rudy Gobert as the number 2 or the number 1. That dude is the softest. And don't get me wrong, you got who is that in Milwaukee? My boy, Twin.
Antetokounmpo?
No, the twin center. Oh. He got a brother.
Yeah, his brother played with
And shit, I wish Miami go get his brother. Why are these kind of centers out the league? The true defensive centers, the true stoppers are out the league.
It's an offensive league now, Tate.
That's weak shit. Okay, Jeezy, let's admit, is the NBA turning it into the Euro League to appease to the fans? Yep,
they want scoring. You got to score 140 a night now. When you look at these games that's being played this season, the average score is probably 120, 115 average.
And that's a damn shame. And here's the reason why that's a damn shame. That means this ain't nothing but a glorified pickup league.
No defense.
Nobody playing no defense?
Nope.
So nobody's playing defense, and then you gave the offensive player the opportunity to push off.
Can't touch him, man.
You know that push off that Jordan pushed off and hit that shot, and everybody say he pushed?
Yeah.
Do you know that's normal in the league nowadays?
Yeah.
That happens damn near on every drive to the basket.
The Lopez brothers, Tate. The Lopez brothers.
Go. Thank you. Lopez in Milwaukee, the only reason why he's still there, Brooke, I believe, is because he steps out and shoot the 3 and all that stuff.
Right.
But that other Lopez brother that looked like he like an angry treasure troll doll. Who really played D and will slap the hell out of somebody. He ain't been picked up. He a free agent.
Oh wow.
All these centers that are free agents, man, they need the NBA need to check themselves, dog. Y'all making it easy. Don't give me that Joker shit when you're eliminating any competition that he can possibly have.
But
so y'all want to make the league. Y'all want the only centers y'all want in the league is Embiid and Joker, and then y'all gonna say these the two greatest big men to ever play the game. Bullshit.
It's a different league, man. And I think to go back to your original question about Dwight Howard and who else you said that ain't in the league?
So Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, Robin Lopez.
Okay.
There's more centers. You got Jordan and Drummond riding the bench for other teams.
It's a common denominator, Tate.
And that is
they are not offensive centers. That's not what they're known for. They make their
Dwight and DeMarcus. You got to take them off that list.
Dwight was never a shooter. Dwight was never a shooter. He was low post,
but he was a scorer.
He was a scorer.
Okay.
And he worked his way because I'm from Orlando. I was there when he got drafted, and he worked his way into having a mid-range game, having all that. But Dwight Howard was never a shooter like a Embiid. I could not compare them. They're night and day. But on the defensive side of the ball, Dwight Howard is a monster. But when you look at how teams are built, your big man is not just your rebounder, not just your defender. Your big man shooting that ball. So if you can't do that in today's league, you're not an asset. You're more of a liability. Because now, think about it. When the game is on the line, would you want Dwight Howard in there shooting free throws?
Absolutely. I trust Dwight. Hey, did you hear how my voice went up high? That mean I was lying like a motherfucker. Absolutely. Hey, so Ty said you can't stretch the floor with them. This is true.
That part.
However, you want every center in the league to play and stretch the floor? Like,
you got to.
Okay.
Tay, I'm sorry, bro. You got to. This is how the league is built now. You got to adapt. That's why the White, Lopez, other dudes, that's why they're sitting on the bench and overseas, because they have not adapted to today's league.
Today's league is a money-making league, in my opinion. It's a money maker. It's a money grab. The money grab is the overseas money. The overseas game wasn't over here. Remember back in, and I heard someone mention this, back in the 90s when the Euro players would come over here, they would say that the NBA was too rough. They couldn't hang. And if you notice, back then it was only a certain number of Euro players. And I mean, it was a small number that actually, think about this. Tony Kukoc was one of the top Euro players over there, only to come over here and come off the bench for the Bulls.
Yep.
Now, not saying that he was not a great player in the NBA, but he wasn't what he was in the Euro League. Now,
not in that era.
In my opinion, if you had true centers, I don't think Jokic would get off like that. Because if you go back to when the Lakers eliminated Denver, who did the Lakers have on Jokic? Dwight Howard. And I'm talking about bubble. I'm talking about in the bubble.
Okay.
They had Dwight Howard. He couldn't move Dwight. Dwight was too strong. He couldn't throw that popsicle shot up. Dwight jumped too high. Right?
Yeah.
Jokic ain't just come out the blue, out of nowhere, and start putting up triple doubles. Like, he didn't learn that in 1 year. He been that player. He been that same player. However, when you eliminating this competition, by getting rid of the true centers, and then every night he up against somebody that he outweighed by 50 pounds. Y'all, so now you got these 7'3"ers and 7'6"ers that are 155 pounds. And you think that Jokic ain't gonna get off? This dude got a full-fledged man body.
Right.
You don't think he gonna get? Of course, he looked fantastic now. But I want to see Jokic up against somebody that can bump with him. Now, notice, I want you to notice this. Two things. When he play Embiid, it ain't quite the same when he down low.
Nah.
Can't move Embiid that easy.
Nope.
Also, tell me this, and I know this is glorified, but why does Luka, because I'm bringing him back into it, and Joker, why do they never really get off in the All-Star game? You ever notice that?
Yeah.
They never really get off in the All-Star game. You almost don't even know that they're there.
I don't think that that's their. The All-Star game is more about show and go. They're more team-oriented players. They can shoot, they can do all of that. They're not athletic like some of those other players are. That's why they don't get off like that. And you notice a lot of times they don't get the playing time that those other players get. I hate to make this a race issue, but it is what it is. Wait,
I gotta say it. You trying to say they don't get no playing time because they white?
They're not as athletic as some of the other players are.
Nah.
That's the word.
No,
they're not as athletic.
I gotta go at this. Well, damn it, it's about time.
Hey, athletic.
Nah, damn it, it's about time. Hell, I'm saying it. I said it. About time. Welcome to our world. So I want to move on because there's another big story out today. And I'm a little bothered by it, I gotta say.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little bothered because they announced that Mike Tyson will be Jake Paul's next opponent. It's in July. I can't remember the date. And it's exclusive. First of all, it'll be here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, actually in Jerry's land at the Cowboy Stadium.
You going?
I'm not going. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Also, it's going to be exclusively viewed on Netflix. Ooh. Shout out to Netflix, man. They doing their thing. They doing their thing. I can't even hate on y'all. Netflix, y'all are taking it to the next level. And that's what you got to do. You can't just sit in your lane and be like, well, we the number one streaming such and such movies and all that. No, Netflix, y'all doing y'all thing, man. Kudos to whoever out there putting this together. Now, this is the reason why I can't stand this, BGs. That boy couldn't beat Tyson Fury, brother. Right?
Right.
Now, not too long ago, I watched Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson have an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
And all they was doing for the most part was body punching, right or wrong.
Yep.
Did you see Roy Jones' condition after the fight? Now, this is just body punching. Was Roy not broke up like a motherfucker? And this was an exhibition. So, I know Roy over 50 years old, and I know Mike over 50 years old. But one thing about Mike, you never lose your knockout punch. George Foreman proved that.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike can actually box. You also never lose that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Jake Paul being a novice boxer, because if he wasn't a novice boxer, he'd have been in there with somebody serious by now. And the one dude that was partially as serious as he is, beat him.
Yep.
So in saying that, I gotta say this. If that boy lasts more than one round with Mike Tyson, they paid Mike. They paid Mike. If he win, they paid Mike a lot of money. And I'm not gonna go and purchase no ticket to personally see Mike Tyson take a dive. Not damn Paul, brother.
I saw some on social media today, actually, because this is when I first saw it like you, and I can't get it out of my head. I don't know how many rounds it's going to be. I think somebody said it's supposed to be a 5-rounder because this is a exhibition.
Is this an exhibition?
I think it is.
That's the only reason why Michael carried him. That's the only reason why Michael carried him. If this was a real fight, like he pretend that he's in, Michael knock his ass to the moon in less than 30 seconds.
I hate to say this, Tate.
Come on.
I think they're paying Mike.
I think they paying him too, and that's why they not finna get no ticket money out of me.
And it's gonna be a decision. And somebody said this online. Jake Paul will win by decision because he lasted. It's not about knocking him out. It's not about hurting him. It's not about showing him up. This is a exhibition fight, like you said, with a novice boxer, with a probably arguably one of the greatest boxers of all time. Not arguably, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Versus this guy. If it goes 5 rounds, they said they're gonna give him the decision, the ticket sales, all that. So I saw that. I can't unsee it.
I got a couple of questions. Mike Tyson returned to boxing right now, similar to what George Foreman did. Do you see him beating the average heavyweight?
Absolutely.
Now, Jake Paul and his brother are approximately the same size, giving a little bit, maybe give 5 to 10 pounds to Jake Paul over Logan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather, who he outweighed. Logan Paul outweighed Floyd Mayweather by at least 20 pounds. Right?
Right.
Floyd Mayweather hit his brother and then held him up because he was out. Remember that?
Yep.
Imagine if Mike Tyson hit him.
He sleep.
Now, if this Paul brother don't go nowhere but to bed, this shit is fixed. And I don't want to see no fixed fight, especially when I know it's fixed. It's almost diminishing Mike at this point. So you mean to tell me Mike Tyson done knocked out some of the baddest men on this planet, but Jake Paul can go the distance with him? Jake Paul?
Well, we got to look at the purpose of the fight.
I'm gonna tell you this, BGZ, and we got it in our intro. I think that other MMA fighter, I can't think of his damn name for some reason, but I think he took a dive.
Anderson Silva.
No.
Not him?
Not Anderson. The other black dude. God, dog, I can't remember this dude's name, but this dude was in MMA sleeping folks at one point.
Against Jake Paul?
Cold. Yeah, Jake Paul knocked him out cold. I can't think of his name. That's okay. But it's like, really? Really? Jake Paul, you are an internet fighter. I missed the number. Hold on. You're an internet fighter. And you mean to tell me you gonna, God, dog, I can't think of dude's name. That dude was huge. Can't tell me he ain't take a dive because he haven't had no MMA money in quite some time.
Yeah.
These dudes are setting up fights with this boy because, yeah, the Pauls, they do draw money. And I got to give it to Logan. Logan's a hell of a wrestler, dude. He's a hell of a WWE wrestler, man. That's one thing I'm going to give him credit on. So, in saying that, Jeezy, I gave my prediction. What's your true prediction of this fight?
That if they're really going into it like a competition, it shouldn't go past the first round. Now, if it's a exhibition fight, because that's what, and we was talking about that, me and some of the guys at my job, they was playing it on SportsCenter about this, and we were saying when Mike got in there with Roy Jones, the purpose is it was like a big sparring thing, body shots, nobody want to hurt each other. Hey man, we getting payday, let's go home. I hope this ain't that kind of fight, because if it's not, I don't see Jake Paul lasting past the first round.
30 seconds.
One punch, body punch. If Mike was not going in there aggressive against Roy Jones, he wasn't. If he goes in there aggressive against Jake Paul, it should not get out of the first round. Now, if he go in there playing around and try not to hurt him and try not to take a lot of damage, I could see the 5-round decision, Jake Paul.
And that just pisses me off just to even think about that. For them to say that Jake Paul won anything against Mike Tyson, it is just diminishing. So what I want to do now, Jeezy,
yes, sir,
is hold on. Let's talk about this real quick, man.
Okay, come on, let's go.
LeBron reaches 40,000 points. Does that solidify him as the unanimous GOAT of basketball?
Hell no, because when Kareem had the thing, we didn't make him unanimous.
Fact.
Right? Kareem held that record for years. It would never be broken. And Tay, I have a theory, right? I think we are misconstruing the term greatest. LeBron James is the greatest athlete the NBA has ever seen.
That's a great way to put it.
I don't think that is nothing that you can debate. He is the greatest athlete that has ever laced up a pair of shoes in the NBA. There's a difference between being an athlete and being a player of the game to win, to know situations, whatever. He will never be the greatest player. And I'm going to stand on it. With all his accolades and accomplishments or whatever, he's still number 2.
I'm going to say this. BG's in my extra question. You know I always got goddamn questions. BG.
Come on. I got answers.
Have you ever heard of any human being beating Michael Jordan in a one-on-one?
Never. And I know where you're going. That warehouse worker who beat LeBron James some years.
Nope.
No.
Oh. Recently on the OG's podcast, Udonis Haslam mentioned that Dwayne Wade beat LeBron in a one-on-one.
I can see that.
I can definitely see that as well. Now, that does not diminish LeBron in any way, shape, or form as far as being a GOAT because you know me, I believe that we got a pasture of GOATs. I don't believe in just having one GOAT. Nobody else, no other race has a single GOAT. So I feel like we constantly breeding GOATs, in my opinion. Because when you say the greatest athlete, I have to debate. Let's debate.
Go. Come on.
Because if you rewind and you put LeBron James, 21 years old, against Michael Jeffrey Jordan at 21 years old, that's and I'm saying when you say most athletic, I'm saying you're doing stuff that nobody else can do, right? The game ain't never seen an athlete do these things. You go back to Michael Jordan at 21 years old, Mike was doing some phenomenal stuff. And I don't really think that there's anything LeBron can do that Mike couldn't have done. So I got to debate that athlete thing. Debate it because Mike was an athlete never ever seen before at that time. And you really Haven't seen another one since. Kobe was 1A, the closest thing that you had to Mike. And in my opinion, when they matched up, Kobe and LeBron, Kobe was really putting it on them.
Yeah.
Kobe had LeBron number for a long time.
He did.
Go back to this and go back to old shows, and you can hear me say this. The United States did not win the gold again until who got on the team?
Kobe.
So how could you say LeBron's the GOAT?
He's not. I just said he's a
no, and I'm talking about for the folks out there.
Oh, yeah.
For the folks out there that say LeBron's the GOAT, how
I'm gonna tell you why.
Let's eliminate Mike from the equation. Because a lot of the people that say LeBron is the GOAT has never really seen Mike play. They say
that's why.
That's why. But they ain't really never seen Mike play.
That's why.
Plus, I saw every doggone game. Now, in saying that, y'all didn't see Mike play, but y'all saw Kobe. And y'all saw the difficulty that everybody, especially LeBron James, had with Kobe. And in my opinion, other than stats, which hell, anybody can really rank up on some stats. Other than stats, how is he better than Kobe?
I'm gonna tell you why. And now this is where I separated. So when you look at the teams that LeBron James played on, right? A lot of them didn't have the Shaqs. Well, none of them had Shaq. A lot of times he didn't have a big man. He didn't have a 1-2 punch. You know, when he won with Kyrie in Cleveland, I'm gonna look at the whole NBA roster. There is not too many people that played the game of basketball that you could put on that 2017 Cleveland Cavaliers team, tell them to lead that team against that loaded Golden State team and win an NBA championship. If for no other reason, that's why LeBron, I rank him higher than Kobe because number one, he is a better all-around player than Kobe was. Kobe was a shoot first, shoot second, shoot third, and then maybe pass. LeBron, I'm gonna give him his flowers. He is not a score first type of guy. He passed up the last shot a lot of times, and we say, why he ain't take it? 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 But he still has 4 championships. He still has all these accolades. But for that reason, I'm taking all that and part that and put that 2017 NBA championship when he was down 3-1 to that Golden State team. I don't think that there's many other players that you can put in that situation that would have won that championship.
Okay, cool. I got a rebuttal against you, my brother. First of all, Ty said Jordan lost a shooting contest to Jamal Crawford. A shooting contest and playing one-on-one is totally
Actually,
different.
He did not. And I heard that story. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But they said that he actually won that contest. They put up their titles to their vehicles.
Yeah. Yep. And Jordan busted his ass.
Jordan took that man's vehicle.
That's right. But I want to say this: a shooting contest and one-on-one is totally different. Totally different. Ty said athletes come to play. Athletes comes to play. Could LeBron? Wait. Athlete,
no, you're reading it right. You're reading it right.
Athlete comes into play because LeBron did it longer and still doing it. It's not about the moment. Longevity plays into athletic greatness. So the longevity, how long he's doing it. Let me tell you something. We had a show already about LeBron possibly on that strength medicine. And if it ever pop off, LeBron, your GOAT status is gone. I'm just saying, I ain't saying he did it, but if it ever pop off, LeBron, your GOAT status is gone. Now, Ty said they played 3 times. And Jamal Crawford might have got him in a shooting contest on the real, but ain't nobody get Mike in no one-on-one. And that was even when he was older than LeBron.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm talking about NBA players will tell you he was still busting their ass at an older age than LeBron.
They said when he was the owner of the Washington Wizards, he was busting their ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, in saying that, LeBron, it's on the OG podcast. Go check out the last podcast that Udonis had, Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller. Udonis Haslem said he saw Dwayne Wade beat LeBron James in a one-on-one. Now, I'm going to say this. When it comes to Kobe, you said he was a shoot first, shoot second, shoot whatever. And that was true from our eyes. However, when you hear some stories where Kobe said, why am I going to trust a guy that I see his work ethic in practice? He comes to practice 15 minutes before his time, and he's the first one out the gym. Why the hell should I pass him the ball for the game winner? He don't work hard enough.
It's a team sport, Tate.
I feel you. I feel you. But
what am I missing?
And then also, let's say this. You said LeBron took some nothings to the final. That's what the whole narrative is.
Yep.
Who in the hell was on that damn the first championship team that Kobe won without Shaq?
Paul Gasol.
Bruh, a nothing.
Bro, no.
Nothing at that time.
Paul Gasol was our Jokic in that time. Come on now. He was European.
Laughing at time.
He can shoot.
This is the first true statement your ass said tonight. Wade is probably number 3 all-time shooting guard, so that's not a slight. It's not a slight, but you lost. It don't matter. No human being has a victory over Jordan in a one-on-one that they can claim.
Number 3? I'm gonna say top maybe.
Don't start no shitty number 3.
I know that's your boy, Tate.
No.
Top 5?
Wipe my boy off the front. Wipe my boy off the damn screen. Wipe that off the map. That don't matter. Name somebody better than him since you want to start some stuff. Jordan, Kobe, Wade. Who else?
Oh, man, off the top of my head, I have to give you Wade for now. But I'm saying top 5.
What? Top 3.
Top
Name
5.
2 more shooting guards that's better than them.
Oh my God.
Come on, Jeezy. Because if you say this one player, I swear to God, I'm gonna disconnect this damn show. Come on, say it.
You want to say Vince Carter?
Vince Carter not better than Dwayne. He
ain't better than Dwayne Wade.
And does is Vince Carter? Vince Carter was a shooting small forward.
Or was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still say top 5. Give me a minute.
Oh, say it. You say James Harden. I swear to God, I'm unplugging this daggone machine.
I'm not gonna say James Harden.
All right, we cool then. We cool.
You know, I'm gonna still say top 5.
Marinette said she gonna sit this combo out. She's staying safe on this one, goddamn.
Yeah, I mean it's an argument he could be in the top 3. It's definitely a strong argument. Wade could be in the top 3.
He top 3, bro. He top 3. Now let's move on because we got some bloodline business to handle. WWE, where the hell are y'all taking us right now when it comes to the bloodline? There's so many storylines, so many probabilities, and so many ways that this now, Marinette, you can get into this. It's so many ways. Marinette, call in too. Ty Ford, call in too, because y'all will give a good take on where in the hell are they taking us? Because I'm a little irritated, and this is the reason why. I think they got Rock faking heel right now, only to screw Roman over to finish Cody's story. Could that have been the conversation that Cody and Rock had before all of this? Remember, they said they had a long conversation. Could that have been the conversation? You missed the number one more time, god dog, and I'm gonna snap. It's at the bottom of the screen. Hold on. 817-466-6638, Ty. He done said 2 to 3 times that he done missed the number. Now, I think that I think that's the way the WWE leaning. However, I'm gonna get mine out because I know the calls are gonna come in. BG's, I want them to. Rock should still be healed. Because hold on, listen to me, bro. Rock should be healed. He should be that heel chairperson. Since you got Triple H already running it, he should battle Triple H from a chairperson standpoint, not a physical standpoint. Because imagine the interviews them two will give. And build that faction of the bloodline. Have Roman running it. You got so many, you already got some great people in the bloodline, but you got so many great possibilities that can be a part of the bloodline. For example, add Nia Jax as one of the cousins.
Okay.
You also got there's some wrestlers like Yokozuna's son, if I'm not mistaken. You have that bloodline run deep, bro. And you can put some other characters in there if you're tired of the current characters that's currently in there. And you can run that bloodline similar to how they ran the NWO.
Okay.
Later on, you can have them battling within each other, and you can have Rock's faction, like his granddaddy's kids versus Roman granddaddy kids. It's so many ways you can split this to make it very interesting. But if they kill it off with Mania and Cody's story, where the hell you gonna go after Cody's story? After he finishes, and I'm not saying don't let Cody finish his story, but after Cody's story is finished, where you going?
You don't have much of a story.
Exactly.
But Tay, let me ask you this now. You know me, I'm Mr. Controversial. It's about wrestling, right? I get it. Rock has done his thing in the WWE. But do you think, okay, so 90s, 2000 wrestling type of guy, right? So I seen Brahma Bull Rock, Rockamaya Villa, whatever. But now I'm seeing Rock on the
best. But this Rock is competing real hard, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Right, but I'm seeing Rock on the big screen now. You don't think that he's losing some people, like with what he's doing, trying to come back and do all this bloodline stuff?
Bro, everybody know what wrestling do. He ain't losing nobody. Rock can show up anywhere and he'll still have the fans out there. He'll still have them a bunch of fans out there waiting on him.
Because he's a bigger name now. But I'm saying as far as you, the wrestler.
No, I don't want Rock to wrestle. Okay. I want him to play that managerial. Now he's the chairperson. Run it from the top and just cause chaos. Like you already showed that you said, I don't give a shit. I'm running it. I'll fire all y'all ass. Be that idiot that Vince once was. Hey, we got Marionette on the line. I want her to start tell her.
She finna talk her noise.
Yeah, she finna pop her collar. Marionette, tell us what you think, girl.
What's going on? You know what? To a degree, I agree with you. This version of The Rock that we're seeing, it's like a bit of that Attitude Era Rock mixed in with a Hollywood 2.0.
Right.
It's a mixture of it. He's bigger. He's just massive at this point physically.
Right.
However, it's too predictable.
Wait, what part do you feel is too predictable?
Him turning on Roman.
Exactly.
Look at the insight that they're giving.
Exactly.
When he's making this conversation, or when he's on, because we all know The Rock is good on the mic. He's amazing on the mic. But when he talks, look at how the camera pans. Look at how his physicality is, how he's directing it. They did a little too much, in my opinion, on Friday. On Friday, Roman had an issue with having to wait for The Rock to come out.
Right.
And they gave too much face time to Roman to where he looked as if it's a problem.
It's too much.
And when he had to ask The Rock, I need you to acknowledge me. Why you need The Rock to acknowledge you? Now, I saw this before, and it might have been said, and I missed it, but Roman apparently is the tribal chief, but allegedly The Rock is the high chief.
Right. Right.
So there's a difference.
There's a difference.
But just like they had the tribal combat, it's too predictable to the point where they could potentially have The Rock kind of like stab. It's predictable to have him stab Roman in the back.
Right now, though, right, Marionette, it's too predictable right now.
Right now, exactly. Right now, it's too predictable for it to go to Mania and he stab him in the back.
Right.
But at the end of the day, Rock being on the panel now, he's already to a degree sloughing up that quote unquote old school rivalry with Triple H.
Thank you.
If you know, back in that Attitude Era, him and Triple H went at it.
And they couldn't stand each other.
Heavy. They even got it on the Legends that come on A&E. They had a rivalry that was like super, super strong.
Right.
And he's now already talking smack about how he sits on the board. Okay, you're sitting on the board, but what does that do with head of talent? What does that do with Triple H's position, aka not even Triple H? What does that do with Paul Levesque's position?
Yes. That tickled me. They call him Paul now.
It's too predictable. So what I think is, and I said this on a couple of my posts, I think what they're doing as far as the writers are concerned, they're listening to the right ones with this story. It's too much flair that's bringing more attention back to WWE, but you got to make it to where it's not predictable. And that's where some of these writers are going. And sometimes they got some BS writers to where it's like, why are we doing this? Why is this right here? Like, this is a filler match. Why is it here? They would be great to have Nia join the Bloodline, but right now she's got to dominate the woman era. She's got to come back and stake claim in the women's division.
But she can still do that. She can do that even stronger.
But she's focused too much on being. Once she becomes like Rhea is, once she kind of dominates that. Oh, then she's going to be completely unstoppable because they're going to kind of pull her into the Bloodline.
But wait a minute. Wait, Marinette, hold on. So don't you think that, honestly, it'll be a better spin if Nia go to the Bloodline and then become stronger and then win the championship?
Nia is in the attitude of Nia. Nia feels like she don't need nobody. She's got to accomplish it on her own. So going to the Bloodline is something that predominantly she won't necessarily do right off rip. But I'm gonna tell you where the shocker is gonna be that we've never seen happen, and we're not quite sure how it looks. Naomi goes to the Bloodline,
and I was gonna mention that, and that's what I was saying about the flexibility of Bloodline storylines. You got so much flexibility in the Bloodline that you can spin this every which way but loose.
There are more 5'2" wrestlers too.
Right.
They just have to come from where they are in the organization to get the proper training to infiltrate and create that bigger Samoan dynasty in WWE.
But think about this though. What if Rock being the head, he's okay, Roman them running stuff in the WWE, even with the other 5'2" wrestlers, Rock can be all the way down messing with Shawn in NXT, and they can dominate NXT.
To a degree.
They can dominate NXT.
His daughter is already GM at NXT.
Who?
Ava is already The Rock's daughter.
Man, they take it. Man, I'm telling you, act like a virus and get into the WWE system and just start causing chaos.
This is what I think is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be immediate.
Oh, absolutely not. Slow drag it. What's going
to happen eventually? What is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Roman talk a hot game, and he gets very disrespectful when he does, and it's great. It's great for the character that he's doing and how they got it going right now. But he gonna get beside himself, and he gonna say the wrong thing at the wrong time to The Rock that is gonna be beyond the level of disrespect. And The Rock is gonna have to humble him. You may be the tribal chief, but you don't disrespect me, of all people. And he's gonna have to check him.
So imagine, like you said, if you got the tribal chief faction versus what is the other one?
The high chief.
The high chief. You can spin.
Look, wait, high chief,
y'all. This has been done in history before, except it was just loosely and very poorly executed. And I'm wearing proof of it right now. when the NWO did their thing. They just put the wrong people in there. They was putting anybody in a damn NWO shirt, and it got too big where you got 30 members of the NWO. In my opinion, get you 8 strong people in Roman's faction, get you 8 strong people in Rock's faction. That's later on down the line, but right now I think they should be working together. I think what really should.
I wouldn't say that it has to be split, because when it comes to the Samoan dynasty and the Samoan family, they're going to feel like we can't pick. But they've already got issues with Roman because Roman has a big head. What's going to end up happening is Roman is going to be solo by himself. But let's throw in the wrench, the monkey wrench, Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman has been around for a minute, a hot minute. He's been around with High Chief Maivia. He's been around with the Samoan Tag Team Champs. He's been around with Umaga. He's been around with Yokozuna. He's been around with these legends. So in that fashion, he has more loyalty to The Rock than he does to Roman. Think about it.
Facts.
He's been there since Rock was Rocky Maivia.
Well, just a side note that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Paul Heyman created the greatest Stone Cold Steve Austin.
AKA Steve Williams.
Yes.
Which has gone through so many changes.
Yes.
AKA Stunning Steve.
Stunning Steve and
exactly, when he had that hair.
When he had hair. Oh my goodness.
Oh, sir, he was
hey, ECW created Stone Cold Steve Austin. Vince McMahon almost ruined it.
He was being every other personality that did not go over. And he said, you know what? Just like John Cena said he had that last one shot. Stone Cold was like, I'm just going to be myself.
Right.
And unfortunately, the bad part is with all of these wrestlers, when you become your true self, which is an asshole, you get over. Yep.
I'm sorry, but Marinette.
Part was when he was an ass and he was on meds. When he was abusing drugs, that was the best Kurt Angle we had.
Shit, that was the best Shawn Michaels we had when he was on drugs.
Exactly. That's how he created the rivalry with the Undertaker.
That was the best Shawn Michaels. I respect Holy than thou, holier. Holy, I ain't gonna say holier than thou because I love Shawn Michaels. Holy Shawn Michaels, but Ignorant DX Shawn Michaels was the greatest. That was the greatest. Between Sexy Boy Shawn Michaels and Ignorant DX Shawn Michaels, that was the greatest ever.
Hey, Tate,
Marinette, who your favorite?
Before we let her go, can we talk about Sting a little bit?
Oh yeah, Marinette.
Can we talk about Sting?
Jeezy, way to pull that up, man. I forgot about that. Jeezy, go ahead. Tell us what you're talking about.
Hey man, so Sting is a generational wrestler.
For sure.
He went through the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He wrestled all them decades. And Tate, I just learned this today. His children, I think, are trying to follow in his path.
Oh wow!
And Lex Luthor?
Lex Luthor
was there at his last match. To a lot of them wrestlers, I think Undertaker was there, Lex Luthor was there. A lot of them people showed up his last match. So I want to give my boy Sting his flowers for wrestling that long. He wasn't always the Stinger Splash guy, the Scorpion Sting guy, but Sting was Sting is in my top 3 wrestlers.
I mean, to be wrestling at 64 and you still jumping off stages into objects.
Yeah.
Sir.
And speaking of, did you see the Darby Allin?
Whisper to Ric Flair and tell him you just need to be a valet. Sit down and be a valet.
Did you see the Darby Allin dive?
I don't think so.
Man, he dove from the top rope.
I saw that one.
Yes. Okay, that was off, and he really had cuts on his back going through that glass.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But Sting, I gotta ask y'all brought up Sting, and I love Sting by all means. What was your favorite version of Sting, Marinette?
Ooh, that's a good one.
We ain't think about that one, did we?
I'm gonna tell you right now, all of WCW with Sting All of that was
No,
your favorite.
I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy.
Well, I said what I said.
No, no. What was your favorite version of Sting, Marinette?
That's the best I got because there's too many to pick. It's
Okay,
too many
Tate,
to
let me
pick.
help out.
Okay,
I think-
Be Jeezy.
Too many to pick.
Be Jeezy. Your favorite version of Sting.
I think Marionette want to say when he used to come out in that long black leather trench coat with the baseball bat, and you remember a couple of times he used to be dropped down
Yep.
from that Sting right there. People were scared of that Sting.
Now let me correct you, novice wrestling fans. Scorpion Sting, Crow Sting was the best Sting. Period. Non-speaking, NWO fighting, dropping from the ceiling, baseball bat, long leather coat, white face was the best version of Sting. Long black hair was the best version of Sting, period.
Yep.
Now, after that,
It's when a lot of them start talking when it's bad.
hold on. Yeah, really. After that, I gotta give it to the American painted face glitter jacket 89 through 94 Sting that fought Ric Flair.
Yeah. Was he a horseman, Tate?
I think they briefly made him a horseman, but he's not an official horseman. He was like a flash horseman. Like,
Yeah, because I seen a clip on Facebook the other day when he wanted to go against Ric Flair. He thought he was that big, and they jump on him. The four horsemen, Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair jump on him. Because I don't know if Teddy Blanchard was
speaking of RIP to Virgil and Ole Anderson.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we lost a couple last week.
Yeah. Somebody said this. One of the wrestlers paid for his funeral.
Jericho paid for Virgil's funeral.
Yeah, man.
And I just think, man, that's sad when they get to a point where they don't have nothing, man. And I don't know Virgil's exact situation, but for Jericho to pay $5,000 towards his funeral, which seems like damn near everything it takes to put somebody away, that's pretty sad that they didn't have something for him previously.
Tate, art imitates life. Look at what he played to Ted DiBiase.
That was horrible. That little boy, they brought that scene back out, Marinette, when Ted kicked that ball from that little boy. Boy, if that wasn't one of the biggest racists, oh my God.
Yeah, but he played that role. He played that house N-word role perfectly.
Perfectly.
So apparently Virgil suffered several strokes.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yes, I can see that. I can see
and he
that.
said that it was something that he kept a secret until his death. So
yeah.
wow.
Well, I know one thing, man, and this is off the sports topic. Man, why the world so prevalent when it comes to strokes now? Like a lot of people.
Look from a medical standpoint, you have to look at what is contributing to it.
Yeah.
A lot of things are stressors. That's the biggest trigger, is a lot of stressors, and there's a lot of things that contribute to your stress factor, whether it be frequent arguments. In this economy that we're living in right now, it is stressful, period.
It is.
Right. Fighting over social media all the god doggone time.
Talking about who gonna pay 50-50 and who gonna go to Cheesecake Factory. Marionette, I hope you don't be doing that.
It's a lot. It's a lot that's contributing to that. It's definitely a lot that's contributing to that. But I do believe that stress physically it plays more of a role than personal in regards to like what you eat, how we're eating things. It's a lot of things that are being kind of played around with that, but for the most part, it's a lot of stressors. We don't know, like there are a lot of wrestlers that you just don't know are living the way that they're living.
Man,
and
right.
they get offended because it's like, this person was amazing as a wrestler, and you mean you couldn't pay them what they were worth?
Right.
But now in this new era, this new age of wrestling, if you are a baby face, if you get TV time, you're in high rises. You're not struggling in the least bit.
And
so you have a lot of wrestlers who are, the wrestlers of old who are like struggling just to make ends meet. And those of us who are classic wrestling fans,
yes,
OG wrestling fans are like, ain't no way that you live it like this when you were the bee's knees when I was a kid. Like what?
Now wait a minute, Marinette. We talking about, you right. It's some wrestlers that we look at like, man, you was the ice, like example, Iceman King Parsons. You was the ish when we was young kids. And I don't know how Iceman King Parsons living now, but I met Iceman King Parsons before. And let's just say it wasn't a good situation. I'm gonna say that much. It was not a good situation in which I met Iceman King Parsons.
Oh man, Tate.
However, I be thinking about the jobbers, the ones that, okay, they just all of a sudden appear in the ring. They don't even get no interest music, no nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And they introduce it like one that come to mind like Tom Rocky Jones or something like that.
It's the locals.
I be thinking about if the big wigs hurting, what the hell they going through?
Right.
Hey, those are the matches that are like the fillers. Those are like the filler matches.
Yep.
Marinette, where are them folks at today?
They are local.
Marinette, they dead, Marinette. They dead. And don't nobody know because ain't nobody put no
Look at when we see these matches. Whether it be on SmackDown or whether it be on Raw. And it's like that filler match because they are trying to push. They're trying to push those like the newer wrestlers that have become the mainstream.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, plain example. Last Friday, we already knew he was coming. We just knew the timing was right. Braun Breaker came out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Come from legendariness.
Oh
okay?
my God.
You dominated NXT, but instead of you being like your uncle and your dad, even though that's who you look like, he made a name, and they did it on like what was it, the 3 Meal, whatever little show that they do on WWE Network, where he sat down with
the table for three. Table for three.
Exactly. He sat with them, and they were like, "Why you just didn't want to have anything in connection?" He said, "Because I want to be my own person. I want to make my own wave." But when he came out on SmackDown for his debut, you sneezed, and that was it. I don't even know who the dude was that he wrestled, but it was that fast.
Right.
What it is it's not to give an opportunity to the no-name wrestler who is a local talent who may be from not even from NXT. They have the new, I forgot what it's called because one of my friends, her nephew, debuted on the NXT some circuit that they have. You don't really know.
You talking about next level?
Yes, it's like next level.
Yeah.
You're not really on the NXT, like you done moved up, you're on the next level because it's like you made it past Tough Enough, but you're just not
right
on NXT level yet.
Right.
It's like that. You're a local hometown. I'm in training. Let me get my shine. They might give you a couple dollars just for your appearance, and you're finna go up against A, B, and C, who was on the roster. Braun Breaker was like that. Like he didn't even have to come out and wrestle this kid because we know Braun Breaker is beast.
Right.
But even though it was quick, it's just it's Braun Breaker reminds me of when Strowman came out. When Braun Strowman came out, big, just straight freight train. Bull throws through whatever.
They messing up. They're messing up with Braun Breaker. They're messing up, and let me tell you why. You saw the best Braun Breaker, and I think everybody missed it. The best Braun Breaker, or however you say his god doggone name, was the one that dressed in black. He was healed, and he was just tearing through NXT. If when he comes to the main roster, if he want to do this Goldberg crap, that's not gonna work. He need to be that nasty heel he was in NXT to get over in this main roster.
I think each wrestler has two sides. Each wrestler has the babyface side and they have the heel side. The babyface, you gotta, unfortunately, and Triple H knows it very well. You have to make sure that babyface Does it go off? Does it get over? Are you believable? How long can we ride this out? If we are losing and we're listening, again, I give Triple H that credit. He listens to the WWE.
The universe. The universe.
He listens to the universe. He's been there. He feeds off of that. He understands from being an in-ring competitor. He gets it. So if you being somewhat at the head of the table, so to speak, you can say, okay, that's a good idea, but let's tweak it a little bit because that's not believable. The universe ain't gonna go for that.
Right.
And sometimes now we've got social media that plays a bigger part. You've got a lot of wrestlers that will go back and forth with the universe on Twitter. I'm not calling it X, it's Twitter. They go back and forth, they interact. And so Triple H will even throw out there, hey, we heard you. We'll work it out. Let's see how this goes.
Well, at least Triple H is like that because, you know, Vince McMahon gave us the gobbledygooker, Bastion Booger.
He gave us some BS.
Hey, wait, Marinette. Okay, you're an avid wrestling fan. What was the biggest BS Vince put out there?
It was funny. It was funny, and I know in this day and age, it's not right. But when he had every mini version of a wrestler, when they had the Royal Rumble,
I remember that.
Yes, they had the midget Royal Rumble.
They had a mini cane.
Yes.
They had Hornswoggle. They had
I remember that.
They had.
And how the mini cane was the littlest one of all.
Do you hear me? And tried to sit up, but it was a struggle.
Man, no, he stood right up. You know how they can stand up.
He sat up because Hornswoggle knocked it down. I'm gonna have to send it to you on Instagram because I sent it to Thomas J. I'm gonna have to send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me.
If I tell you I was over here in tears because they couldn't even throw him over the top rope. They had to throw him over the second rope.
Right.
Because they couldn't reach the top rope. I think that was like, no, Vince was wrong for this.
Vince was wrong for so much.
Wait, he had a mini Batista. I lost it.
Yeah.
He couldn't even do the top rope. He had to shake the second rope.
Vince,
like, it's just,
you know what Vince was wrong to me? Because I know damn well this wasn't the wrestler's idea. The Negro Gold Dust.
Ooh.
Remember when Gold Dust came out painted all black with an afro and he had a boom box on his ear?
What? I remember that.
Don't play me. I know you remember that.
I remember
that was the most, and I know that was Vince. I know that was Vince doing.
That was so terrible.
Horrible.
Looking at a lot of the artwork and a lot of the opinions that Vince gave. And a lot of wrestlers were like, if I don't go through with it, I don't have a job.
Right.
Like, even how he looked at The Undertaker when The Undertaker first came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell is that? And then when he got Mankind and he had him in his full leather mask. And I was like, what the hell was that? But
I still liked the mystique that came with both of those characters.
But unfortunately, that's not unfortunately. Vince would go off of, I guess to a degree, the vibe that he got from his wrestlers.
Yeah.
If The Undertaker, even though he was new, but The Undertaker came to really WCW before he came to WWE.
Right, Mean Mark Callis.
But he came with experience.
Heart punch.
He came with experience. And he was able to say, hey, that's not going to work. Let's try something else. This not going to go over. I'm not comfortable with that. And he was able to, in a way, respectfully check Vince and be like, nope, that's not going to work. Let's do this. We'll use what you're saying, but let's tweak it a little bit so that we can make it make sense.
Right.
Because he's like, what I'm not doing, I'm not wearing eyeliner on a regular day-to-day basis outside. Now, if I'm wrestling, it's different because I'm doing the gimmick. But he stayed, even they said it in a lot of his stuff, he stayed in character. He was straight, he committed to kayfabe. He committed to it even when he traveled.
Wait, check this out. Marinette. Mm-hmm. Undertaker stayed in character so long that now that he talking regular, he sounds like a punk to me.
Not a punk.
His voice is like, yes, because when we went such and such, I'm used to it.
Yeah. Hey, Tate, I want your soul, Tate.
I only agree to a point because and it's a very, very, very small point. I'm all up for everybody finding the Lord, finding peace, becoming one. But it's different when he talks in such a more sensitive tone.
Yes.
And hey, I'm grateful that Michelle McCool kind of helped him find the Lord. I'm okay with that. That's great. But then it's like you kind of feel some type of way on the inside because it's like I grew up with the dark side. And what is this? I didn't sign up for this.
Wait a minute. Didn't Undertaker fight against Shawn Michaels and God?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Shawn Michaels came out in all white.
Yes. That was one of my favorites. The light versus the darkness.
It wasn't until Owen's incident where every time a wrestler would descend from the top, I'm freaked out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't until Owen that I was just like, I need to find another entrance because let's not do that again. You know, I kind of low key don't like how Rey Mysterio comes out now. I'm used to the pop up.
Hell, I can't remember. Oh, you talking about the pop up.
I love the pop up. That was great. And then I hated when he would come out with Dominic on his back. I'm like, dude.
No, don't nobody come to the ring better than who was that goofy ass masked wrestler that used to mess the intro up all the time? He had that jump. He had that springboard jump into the ring, and he'll mess it up every damn time.
I know you're talking about.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but don't worry about it. All right, Marinette, we thank you for calling in, girl. We about to bring this show to a close.
She did that tape.
Yes. Oh, I already know when I say wrestling, who yeah.
Saturn lights just go up like,
Hey, I did not know that Sting
hold on,
never wrestled the Undertaker.
Hold on, BG's. Marinette, girl, continue to listen in, and also whenever we talk about wrestling, you better call in.
Yeah, she better.
My last part I'm saying, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Go for it.
Everybody who was giving me, I'm gonna say it, whoever was giving me all that shit about how everything was going before The Rock came out, y'all kiss my ass because I was not wrong. I said what I said, and I promise you I was on point each and every time.
Y'all can kiss her ass. You heard it.
I'm just saying, get some Carmex and get your lips ready because I know I wasn't wrong. I said what I said. Everybody was arguing me, giving me high blood pressure. I said what I said, and bitch wasn't wrong.
Wow. Meredith, thank you so much for calling in, girl. We gonna go ahead and bring this show to a close because we done went over. Hey,
okay,
Jeezy, what was you saying about Sting, brother?
I never knew that him and the Undertaker never wrestled, but that's a match he wanted.
Yeah, they never wrestled.
He said Vince McMahon would not set it up.
Yeah, I don't like what they did to Sting when he did come over to the WWE. I don't like what they did.
Yeah, I didn't like that Sting.
Yeah, that was crazy. So in saying that, man, we're going to wrap this thing up. This has been a hell of a night. Me and BG's went one-on-one with all these different sports topics. And that's what we're going to do, y'all. We're going hey, that man stepped up to the plate and he battled Mr. TMI on all this stuff. And I'm gonna give the winner, whoever that Boston Celtics in Denver, whoever win that, we're going to talk about that next week.
Okay, so you said 15, right? You said 15?
What?
You said 15 points?
So I'm taking the over. You're taking the under, 10 and under. You're taking 10 and under.
Okay.
All right. So we coming to a close, y'all. We thank everybody out there for listening. TMI Sports Talk. We got TMI News on Tuesday night with none other than Miss Kendra King. She's a writer, director, producer of a lot of great films out here, including The Thick of the Berry. So she will be on TMI News next Tuesday night. Y'all better tune in because that's going to be a great interview. So in saying all that, I say this. It's so hard. No, just Jeezy. We did it. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
2-2.